Hey you guys, so today we are looking at this, which is the Halloween H20 Ultimate Michael Myers action figure from Neca. Right, where do we start? Firstly, I pre-ordered this straight from Neca. Now when I used to get stuff from Neca, it balanced the price to what we get for them here, pay for them here. It balanced nicely. I was like, well, I get it a bit earlier, because this won't be out for ages here in the UK. Yeah, so I used that as a test. I thought, yeah, and it kind of worked. I paid a little bit more, but I got them on time. But they've put a tariff on now to do with the tariffs and that, which I don't understand because I'm not in America. You could straight ship this from China. So this one will probably be the last one I buy from Neca themselves, because that tariff made them far too expensive. So, never mind. And I still haven't got my Ghostbusters figure from Mondo. It's still sitting in a warehouse in China. I'm going to mention that in as many videos as I can until Mondo actually register it and do something about it. Anyway, back to this. Also, this box art does look a bit naff, I have to say. The artwork on there, that face and the writing, if I'd have got this off of AliExpress, I would have been like, oh yeah, well, it's just an AliExpress box. That box does not look dazzling to me. I am a bit disappointed in that. Artwork on the side there also looks a little bit faded and a little bit same on that side, same on top. Artwork on the back, that's nice. We've got, I think we've got all three of the masks in this. This is the bit that's confusing me, because I tried watching the film to see if I could figure out which was which mask, and I think this is a Stan Winston one. Stan Winston one is the one with the messy hair. So it could be that one or that one. Probably that one. But yeah. Includes interchangeable head and hands, knives, firefighter, axe, ice skate and pumpkin. You always have to have a pumpkin in there, and there is a pumpkin. That is the artwork for the figure. I noticed that they've darkened out his eyes, because the one thing that us fans complain about with this film is that you can see his eyes in it, and you shouldn't see Michael's eyes. And I don't know. I'm in both camps. It works in some films, it doesn't work in others. It works at some points and not other points. It's that kind of thing. But yeah. We have the knife, the two knives, bloodstained, unbloodstained, ice skate, axe, pumpkin, hands, and the three heads, the three masks. So let's get this guy out of the box and see what's inside. Well, he has the nice new cable ties on there, which is good. I don't know which of these videos I'm filming. The Alien Romulus figure and the Xenomorph one, you know, the big chap, little chap, whatever it is. And this at the same day. So I was watching Halloween H20 this morning, trying to figure out which mask was which, and looking at these, they pretty much blur into one. So I'm going to put it up to you guys. What I'm going to say is that is 1, that is 2, and that is 3. Actually, they've probably got numbers on them, because a lot of these do have. I've still got these big cable tie cutters. I don't really need them now, because we've got these new cheaper. Oh, he's got some on his shoulder. He's got one on his shoulder there. Let me do that over here. It's really weird how some companies tie their figures in, like really tie them in, and others don't bother. Cheat, do it that way. Right. Let's get rid of those. Right. Let's have a look at Michael out of the box. Right. So the box, he stands. Yes, this one does have the wilder hair, which the Stan Winston mask has. The collar is definitely up on this one. Yeah, right. Extreme close up. Let's tilt that a little bit. You can see the eyes, the wilder hair. I do like this mask actually. I'm looking at this thinking, it works. H20 does have one of the better masks, but yes, the bit that everybody complains about is you can see the eyes. But I kind of like that. Boiler suit, usual stuff, usual blue, hands, kind of tanned actually. Don't know, would Michael have tanned hands, or are they just dirty? I think they're just dirty. And we'll skip down to the boots. Are those the right boots? Because there's even people out there that go, not wearing the right boots. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, it's done there. Let me get the other heads out of the box. So they're... Right. So we have, move him a sec, that mask, which I'm thinking is more, is that the CG one? Let me have a look, because they've got names of these masks. Even in the, I was reading all about them last night. I'm actually finding it quite interesting. Oops, it skipped all the way to the bottom. Because it is Chris Durand inside the outfit. Right. There's a KMB mask, the Stan Winston mask, and the Butcher. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Butcher mask. B-U-E-C-H-I-E-R. Butcher mask. The Butcher mask used in the opening scene. It was made to look like the mask from Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. I'm trying to look at my Curse of Michael Myers figure over there. Reasonably. Right, then there is the other mask, which I have to say doesn't look much different than that one. They look exactly the same to me. Slightly smaller eyes, I think. Yeah, I think the eyes are slightly smaller. Do these have numbers on them? They do. So, I'm guessing... Oh, that one doesn't. Look inside there. Oh no, it's on the back. Right. And I can't actually see that. Right, that is 1. I did it right. So that's mask 1. That one is mask 2. So that one is mask 3. So which one do you think... Let's see if I can balance them all in my hand. Come on, focus. There we go. Do it that way around. So we have 1, 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. Which one do you think is the perfect H2O Michael Myers? I do like the one, and the other two just look the same. But I'm sure you guys will point out to me that, well, that one's got, and that one's got. The one in the middle is looking slightly off to the left. This nose is a little smaller. You just lay that one on the floor, because doesn't he end up, spoiler, with his head chopped off. This mask, this head looks smaller. Yeah, there's an interesting one. I do like that. That does have a certain Michael Myers charm to it. But I do like the wilder hair. It's kind of growing on me, is that? Yeah. Right, we also have the decisions to make of which weapons we're going to give him. Because they've put him there with the solid hand. The open hand, sorry. So in here we have, let me... Oh, it's tied down. It's tied down, everybody. Right. We have the ice skate. Which is nice. Maybe a little bit more gloss on that blood there just to, you know, make it pop. We have no blood knife and bloodstain knife. Probably going to go for that one. Then the hands, we'll come to the hands in a minute. Did I cut through that one? No, did I? No. Do you know this one? I might actually give him the axe. I'm going to have to go through the film again to see where and what he does with the axe. Alright, so the pumpkin, that's an interesting one. The pumpkin in this one is just a pumpkin. There is a little slot there in the back as though... that's kind of weird. Why did they put a slot in the back? Or is that so that you can... Ah, that's why. Oh, I like that. That's a display thought, isn't it? Oh, that's yep. Does the skate fit? Just out of interest. No, the skate doesn't fit. So yeah, that's going to be... I've got so used to them having the little cable, you know, the little pull things so that you can activate the batteries. But yeah, that is... I kind of like that. It's silly, but it's there. Then we have the axe with a nice red handle and a nice shiny metallic top on it. Yeah. Let's have a look at the hands. So we have grippy hand, that looks like a knife hand. That looks more like an axe hand. And that's more of a got you by the throat hand. So we only have one of those. That's kind of weird. We've got an interesting set of hands. Some interest. Won't be that one, is it? I'm going with... I did hold it that with that hand. That's the same. No, that's a knife hand. Which way do you hold an X? That's an interesting thing I've never really thought about. And there isn't a picture of him holding the axe on the box. What's on the side? No, no picture of him holding the axe. Right, let's have a... If we can get this out of... There we go. Oh, came out. That came out as well. Right. I probably should have done this. And then plugged the axe through it, but... Yeah, because the axe is a bit small. Let's see if we can get his arms a little bit closer together. This usual articulation, by the way, this is just a solid body part. Right in there. Yeah, the axe, I can see why they didn't put a picture of him holding the axe, because it is going to be a bit difficult to get him to hold it. Because it is kind of short. It's a small... So we can do it the other way. Do it the way I should have done it in the first place. Right, that's the hand plugged in, and those hands will be alright for holding the knife as well, so it's not like I'm going to have to... think if he's holding the axe, it's probably just going to be that kind of thing. Which doesn't look too bad. Because I'm looking at all my other Michaels up there and literally every one of them is holding a knife. So it would be nice to chuck something a bit different in with them. But let's just have a look. Because I know you're all screaming to see it. So we have this knife, which goes nicely in the hand. The collar does mean that the head doesn't really move much. I kind of like it though. Here we have 3 of the Michaels that I own. The other ones are mainly from newer movies. This is the Trick or Treat Studios classic first film. I think the best version that there's ever been of that character. It's not the most articulated of figures, but it doesn't need to be. And this is the Curse version, which this mask is supposed to look like. So I don't think it's that one. I don't know. It is white enough, isn't it? That's 1. 2 looks a little bit more like it. And that. Yeah, there is definitely a similarity between these 2 masks. The mouth is a little bit wider on... Let's have a look. The mouth is a little bit wider on this one. And the eyebrows aren't quite as defined. And it is a bulkier body. But it is nice that the boiler suits are completely different. There's not... I'm trying to look at the arms and things. Even the arms aren't the same arms. The legs are the same legs, but it's just a boiler suit, isn't it? So it's not so... It's kind of understandable that they're going to reuse some parts. So yeah, the legs are the same, but the body and head and the arms, these, both bits. Yeah. So just there down is reuse, which is nice compared to some of these figures that we get these days. But yeah, it is kind of weird seeing, you can see the eyes so much on that one compared to that. You really can see the eyes, which doesn't bother me, but I know it bothers a lot of you guys out there, and it's, yeah, understandable. So yeah, which do you think is the best head? Which do you think is the best version? I do like this one though. This one does have the more blue, the boiler suit's right, and it is I remember going to see it at the cinema, and it was a film that I guess got me back into the horror genre. I'm going to put that hand on there like that. Yeah, it got me back into the horror genre. Scream. You know when you kind of go away from things and you get to an age where everything changes in life? And I had kind of stepped away from that side of the horror thing. And then Scream came out, this came out, and it was nice, and it got me back into the horror genre. Yeah. It's not going to be the most action-packed pose on the shelf, but most of my Michaels are just stood like that. He's not really a... I think I am going to have a look and see if I can get the axe in there. Maybe if he's just holding it like that. Just make him a little bit more interesting. A little bit different. Where's that hand? That one looks better. Let's see. Yeah. Oop. Something like that. I like it. What do you guys think? Is this a good one, a bad one? Let me know in the comments underneath. Thank you to everybody that makes comments. You know who you are. My little team that comment and like and share or whatever on every video. Thank you to you guys. You really do make it worthwhile. We do have days where we wonder why we're doing this. But then I get my comments underneath and it makes it all worthwhile. So yeah, thanks guys. I'm going to wind this up. Thank you for watching. I have one last video to film today. I might do it tomorrow. It's a monster. It's intriguing. I never thought we'd get an action figure of such a terrifying creation. But anyway. So yeah. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night. And me and Michael here. We'll see you all in the next video.